for you to make money online using drop servicing business model. Drop servicing is actually changing this year. In this video, I'm gonna give you 5 major trends that I see as somebody who has been doing drop servicing for over 6 years now, that I see that these trends are actually shaping the way people are making money starting this year. If you're new to my channel, I talk about drop servicing business model, which is basically reselling other people's services. You pick a seller on something like Fiverr or Upwork, right? And you resell their services, web design, graphic design, video editing, ads management, SEO, whatever, and you resell to content creators, business owners, and stuff like that, and you make money from the margin, okay? And also join my school community. And as you can see, people are making money with my strategies. This guy, $900 a month, $1,800, profit of $1,680 for 4 videos a month, $2,200, etc., etc. So many testimonials of people making money with my strategies. So 5 trends how drop servicing business, how this industry is really changing, and how you can make money still in this year. It's not the same what it used to be. When I started drop servicing several years ago, it was actually pretty easy. All I really did is I started messaging, emailing a lot of content creators like YouTubers and stuff like that, offering them video editing services. I literally just went on Fiverr, okay, just typed in video editing, right? And basically found video editors that could edit a video for like $20, $30, right? And I could resell it at $80, $90 to content creators. It was super easy. It was actually super easy to make money. But this was several years ago. Now, drop servicing is changing a big way. Number 1 trend that you really need to be thinking about, okay, if you're serious about this business model, utilizing AI services for drop servicing. You know, you can probably have guessed this, right? If you watched latest 20 videos of mine, you would have seen different kinds of tools that basically can create drop servicing services and products without actually using freelancers. So, you know, traditionally drop servicing, aka service arbitrage, started about 10 years ago. People did what I did as well 5 years ago, 6 years ago, right? Went on Fiverr, got a supplier, and then resold their services. But now there is basically new, different AI services that allow you to do drop servicing without those freelancers. It sounds pretty legit, right? About 2 years ago, this wasn't really possible. Only at the end of last year, really, it became possible to use AI for drop servicing. So we're not basically even utilizing freelancers anymore. We can literally just create something using AI and sell that to clients. Now, you may say, Tom, this first trend is something that I've been noticing, right? Even Fiverr has added AI services niche on here, right? But I'm not even talking about reselling AI services as a niche. I'm talking about literally creating services and products with AI without the freelancers. So you're doing that, okay? And if you watch some of my latest videos, let's say 5 or 10 latest videos, you would have seen a company like this. Voice Genie is basically a platform that allows you to create like a sales rep, okay? Automated lead generation, automated calls, automated cold calls, and stuff like that. You know, with AI, you can create a voice bot, okay, cold calling bot and stuff like that for your clients and charge money by using Voice Genie. This is crazy, right? Think about the other thing that I've shown on my channel, translations. There was another sponsor on my channel called Wondershare Verbo. You know, both of these companies, Voice Genie and Wondershare Verbo, has actually sponsored my channel to create a video about their software, okay? But when I actually make these sponsored videos from time to time, I actually get blown away by the opportunity for drop servicing with those services without the freelancers, okay? And using Wondershare Verbo, one of my videos on here is sponsored by Wondershare Verbo, so watch the last 10 videos, you're gonna find it, okay? You can basically do translations, translate videos from one language to another by just clicking a couple of buttons. You can contact some content creators like YouTubers, TikTokers, Instagrammers, and just be like, look, I can translate your videos into Spanish. I can translate your videos into, I don't know, Italian language, French language, whatever. So they just make the video in their native language, and using a platform like Mentorship Verbo, you can just translate it and then put a margin on top. So let's say it costs you $30 or $20 to translate it. Just ask for 50 or 60 bucks from your client for that service, for that one video. Another thing is, for example, ChatGPT. Of course, a lot of people know ChatGPT these days, right? And for copywriting and stuff like that, you might not be able to get a lot of money, but still, there are people out there who are creating, for example, YouTube scripts, okay? Or like doing LinkedIn ghostwriting or Facebook ghostwriting and stuff like that. Sometimes you can basically almost do this using ChatGPT, right, yourself. So you can be a LinkedIn ghostwriter or TikTok, for example, script writer, YouTube script writer, Twitter ghostwriter by using ChatGPT and a little bit of your knowledge, a little bit of your skills. You can do that without actually, without knowing English that well, right? Without using freelancers. So major trend this year and probably in the next few years is going to be that some people are going to actually move away from freelancers and just do drop servicing with the tools. Tools will be that we're going to be reselling to our clients. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. As long as you put in the margin on any of these services, ChatGPT, Voice Genie, Wondershare Verbo, or anything else, really, you're just doing the same thing. You're earning money. You're creating a service or product for your client and putting a margin. Second thing that is progressively becoming more and more relevant is basically focusing on a niche. Okay, so back in let's say 5 or 6 years ago, like I said, when I started doing drop servicing, right, I really did a lot of things. So those of you who are OGs, watch my videos from a really long time, over a year ago, right? You watch those videos and you know that I started with video editing, right? So I showed a lot of channels as well that I've edited videos using my agency, some big ones as well, okay? So you know that I started with video editing, but then eventually I started offering short form video editing, so not just long form, but also short form. Then I morphed into web development, then graphic design, then brand building, and now I'm doing a lot of everything, really. Okay, so a mixture of different things. But if you're just starting out, you really want to be focusing on just one niche, realistically. Last year, I kept telling you guys that, okay, if you're starting drop servicing, you might even want to choose a couple of niches, okay, and just play around with a few things and see what works, what doesn't work, and stuff like that, okay? But this year, I think that this is not even a good idea anymore. You really want to just pick one niche, for example, and you want to be very specific as well, not just like video editing and that's it. Like video editing for who? Video editing for real estate agents on, in the United States, creating videos on TikTok or creating videos on LinkedIn, something specific to an nth degree, okay? Because if you do that, you're going to be a lot more likely to make money. Just a couple of examples: LinkedIn ghostwriting, TikTok ads management. You don't want to go into a niche thinking that you're in a niche where your service is just, let's say, Instagram video editing. It's not that even, narrow of a niche. You want to really be even more specialized. For example, Twitter ghostwriting is big. LinkedIn ghost writing, LinkedIn video editing, okay, or Instagram video editing, but specifically focusing on some niche, real estate agents. For example, I met today one of my previous clients, okay, who paid me upwards of 8,000 USD last year. I showed it on my channel as well. And he told me that recently he signed up for $1,900 monthly service for short form video editing and script writing. And I was like, man, that's, a pretty high price. Like, how are you paying that much? Okay, it's quite a lot of money, right? And he was like, yeah, man, but everybody's doing it now. Everybody in real estate is seeing this market revival. Okay, he is in the United Kingdom, in London, right? So the market in London is actually rebounding. So it is in the US as well. The real estate market is slowly rebounding, okay? And real estate agents are, again, pouring money into marketing. They're trying to get leads. They're trying to get sales. 1 year ago, it wasn't the case. Now, back to business. Everybody's going back to business, okay? So a good niche could be Instagram video editing for real estate agents, okay? And that's very, very, very important because, one of my previous clients is now just signed an agency for $1,900 a month for short form video editing. And here, notice it's a monthly service. Very, very important, which brings me to the third point, which is basically what you want to be doing is you want to be starting to offer recurring services. Drop servicing is really transitioning from one-off scattered orders here and there into really recurring monthly subscriptions. Everybody now wants to get recurring clients. Having one recurring client for a few $100 is better than having one client at $1,000 once every few months, okay, or $2,000 once every few months, because recurring clients is what really creates business for you. Just a couple of ideas for what you could do on a recurring basis in drop servicing. So, for example, web development, including support. Okay, so it could be you create a website for somebody, right? And you sign up them for, I don't know, a 12-month or 6-month retainer where it's going to be not just the initial website, but also it's going to be like maintenance, making changes. If they want to change something, opening hours, they want to, I don't know, change pictures from time to time. They want to change the banner. They want to change anything on a website, right? You can include that plus domain name management, domain name registration, hosting management, and stuff like that. You're basically the web master for that content creator or business owner or whatever the case may be. Okay, ongoing ads management. TikTok ads really blew up last year, okay? And, now it seems like the current US administration is really not looking to basically go after TikTok and stuff like that, okay? Because there was a lot of talks of like, oh, TikTok is going down or whatever, TikTok is going to be shut down. Actually, the current administration that is now going to be joining and basically starting in the US government seems like they want TikTok to be in the US. They just want a few changes, right? So basically, TikTok ads management is probably going to be absolutely massive in the upcoming year. So stay, really understand what's happening with that and why there's so much opportunities to really make money offering this as a service to your clients. Also, of course, other ads management like Instagram ads management, Google ads management, Facebook ads management, all that kind of stuff that people have been doing for years, it still works. You can still make money with that. Other idea can be, for example, ongoing video editing. Like I said, one of my previous clients that I met today for lunch, he said, look, he just signed up for $1,900 a month retainer for short form video editing. This is including script writing, okay? Again, like I said, these agencies now are basically looking to sign clients up for recurring business. Nobody wants a one-off client anymore this year, okay? Unless it's a very big order, of course. Like if it's $5,000 or $10,000, of course, I'm happy to take it, right? But as a drop servicing, agency business, right? You kind of want to focus your efforts, your energy this year on really trying to get recurring clients. Okay, even if they stay around for 3 months or 6 months, not like years, right? Still, you're gonna make more money, and you have a big chance of them kind of rolling over. So how can you do that? Let's just say, right, you've been doing drop servicing, maybe last year you started it or the year before that, right? But how can you really offer this kind of thing? Like, how does it work with payments and all that stuff? There's really two ways. Well, the easiest way is what I've been doing up to lately. So if I get a client, I would basically say, okay, each month is set number of price. So I'm gonna, let's say, send you a PayPal invoice, and then you pay it, and then I'm gonna deliver the service. Next month, again, I'm gonna send you PayPal invoice, you pay it, and then I'm gonna deliver the service. That's the way I used to do it for last few years, okay? But recently, I'm actually going more towards the full automatization using Stripe. So I signed up for a Stripe business account, okay? And now I set up a couple of funnels, payment funnels, right? And basically now if I get a new client for a particular service, right, I can just send a link where they sign up with their card once, and they're gonna be billed for 3 months, for example, or 6 months, or 12 months, okay? So I can set up those funnels myself, and I don't have to keep sending invoices or anything, because it's gonna be automatically taking money from their card, from their bank account. So I really recommend, if you're serious about drop servicing this year, really start considering and start incorporating some form of recurring business, some form of recurring payments, recurring plans in your business. Of course, it depends on where you sell. If you sell as drop servicer on Fiverr or on Upwork, on platforms, it's a different thing, right? So you're relying on volume and stuff like that, and recurring drop servicing might not be the right thing for you. But if you really want to make money as somebody who is selling outside of these platforms, so you're basically getting freelancers on Fiverr, on Upwork and stuff like that, and then reselling their stuff, let's say on YouTube or directly to business owners, you really want to be basically using Stripe, something like that, okay? Pioneer as well. Look at these different automated tools. If you want to sell in the UK, go cardless. You can check this platform. Okay, it also allows you to do direct debits for a business. Very low fees as well on that platform. Number 4 is drastically increase your drop servicing prices. Last year, we had major change in global economies in the shape of increasing prices. You probably know that, brother, right? Have you witnessed increase in prices? I don't know, last year. You probably have witnessed that in utilities, electricity, products, services, food, everything. Prices have gone up, okay? What I'm noticing this year, and also at the beginning of the last year, is that freelancers on Fiverr are starting to increase prices. Okay, so I've really started to notice that towards the beginning of last year, okay, where I would go to the platform, because I'm on this platform every single week, multiple times a week, because I'm checking out what's happening in the market, what people are selling different services at. Okay, I'm also doing mentorships, having these calls with my mentees. So we were frequently on Fiverr together as well with people in my private mentorships and stuff like that. So I'm on Fiverr all the time, probably a lot more than you are, right? And I've noticed that the prices are starting to go up and up and up and up and up. It used to be possible to get a video editor for like 10 minutes, $20, $25, $30 just a year and a half ago on Fiverr, quite easily. And now these kinds of length of 10 minutes, these videos at a decent price, we're now looking at about $50. Realistically, $50 almost at the minimum level. Okay, so the prices have nearly doubled in about year and a half time. So very, very important. And I really have no shame in this. Honestly, brother, do not worry about it. You have to start increasing prices big time. I would say that, look, for example, I said this a few times on my channel in the past that, when you're starting out, you want to be charging maybe lower fees just to get foot in the door, maybe just to get the first few clients. Still, the same advice applies, okay? So if you're just starting, if you just want to get your first or one or two clients, right? You can start with low prices just to get the feel for it, just to get the first couple of clients. But as soon as you got some experience, as soon as you understand how to do drop servicing in your chosen niche, whatever the niche is, honestly, start charging a leg and an arm for your services. And it is actually becoming normal. People are starting to pay more and more money for everything. Everything is getting expensive in every country of the world. And the culture is changing as well. People start to understand that services and everything is actually going to go up and up and up and up. And probably properties and everything is starting to go up non-stop. Inflation is still going to be quite high this year, probably next year as well. People are understanding that prices are going up, unfortunately. So you have to be doing the same thing. You just gotta start raising prices. And I would be really, really not careful this time. I would basically raise your prices quite a lot from last year. So let's say if last year you were buying something on a Fiverr for $40, selling it at $70, making $30 profit, I'd probably now push it to like $95. So a lot more. Also, last year, last couple of years really, it was quite challenging to get video editing for over $100 for a 10-minute video. Nowadays, I'm seeing easily people charging $100. So it is changing really big time. This leads me to the final point that you must do, the final trend that you must follow if you want to succeed in drop servicing this new year, which is point number 5. Focus on high ticket services this year. So if prices are increasing, right, it's gonna be harder to make money on small services, let's say like thumbnail design. Well, you can still make money, right? But the same money that you make, for example, on thumbnail design, right? Let's say you choose a listing like that, for example, right? So the same money that you made last year, let's say you sell something, for example, for, I don't know, let's just say $20. Last year, $15 profit on a thumbnail was pretty good. But this year, because everything is going up, you're paying more for your bills, you're paying more for petrol, food, and stuff like that. You actually want to make more money. So if you want to make more money, and that's what I also want to do, I want to make more money with my drop servicing business. I'm actually only looking for something that is going to make me at least $2,000 to $5,000 of profit for a project. Okay, so if I'm getting involved into something, like if it's not going to make me at least $2,000 of clear profit, not revenue, but profit, I'm not even going to get involved. Okay. And that's if I like it a lot, if I like the project, if I like the client, if I believe in the idea or whatever. If I don't like it and I'm just in for the money, I'm more looking at like $5,000. Okay, so I'm thinking about if I can make $5,000 on that project, then I'm gonna get involved just for the money, just to make that money. And of course, to provide the service and value for the client. But I really gotta believe into something in order to be looking at $2,000. So you as a beginner probably should start thinking about it in a very similar way. And if you are a beginner, I would say, of course, think about slightly lower figures. So between $1,000 to $5,000 is that kind of range. Okay, so this year, if you really want to make it in drop servicing, like I said, focus on high ticket services. From $1,000 of profit to $5,000 of profit per project. Now, going back to one of my previous points in this video, recurring services are picking up steam. Web development used to be a one-off thing. Now everybody wants to have recurring clients. Video editing used to be a one-off thing. Now agencies are wanting to sign people up for a monthly subscription. Ads management. There used to be a lot of people just a few years ago would basically set up ads for you, let's say on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and stuff like that, right? And then just leave you to run those ads. Now, this is changing as well. People no longer want to do that. These freelancers and drop servicers, they're wisening up. They're thinking, wait, why should I give somebody their ads, set up their ads for a couple of $100, $300, $400, and not make more money? Why don't I just charge $500 or $600, $800, $900 or $1,000 a month and then run those ads on a recurring basis? Okay, it's just some price points that you can think about. If you are freelancing, these are good. If you're drop servicing, you want to have a margin. So more likely like $1,000 to $2,000 minimum you want to run ads for, because you also have to pay your freelancers for actually maintaining and managing those ads, okay? And you need profit for yourself as well. So it's very, very important to focus on high ticket clients. This point is really very, very important. So, does it mean that you cannot make money in thumbnails? Does it mean that you cannot make money in YouTube Shorts and stuff like that? No, that is not the case. What I'm saying instead, try to focus on recurring payments. So if I'm saying, for example, let's say you want to charge at least $1,000 a month, okay, to work with a client. I'm not saying you cannot work with a client that can only pay you $500 or something like that. What I'm instead saying is that it is better, right, to, for example, sign up somebody for a recurring basis. So instead of making one thumbnail, right, you maybe want to just make one or a couple of thumbnails for him and then ask to talk on WhatsApp or, get on a video call, Google Meets and stuff like that, and just be like, look, I love working with you. Look, most of my clients are paying me monthly, so we set up some kind of a monthly deal, for example, $500 or $1,000 or whatever, right? And I'm gonna make you 5 things. So short form video editing, long form video editing, YouTube thumbnails and stuff like that is gonna be $1,500 a month, for example, okay? So you start with YouTube thumbnails, you start with YouTube Shorts, you start with long form videos, you start with TikTok video editing, Instagram video editing, you start with web development, whatever the case may be, whatever your niche is, your goal should be hook your clients, deliver a small piece of work for them for a low price, potentially, or for a one-off project, and then get on a call, get on WhatsApp or whatever, right, to create that trust, so they trust you, and then ask for a recurring payment. This is how I've been doing several years ago, okay? But this year, again, like I said, there is a huge trend of drop servicing and all kinds of agencies, not just drop servicing, but traditional agencies moving with all different niches into monthly recurring packages. It is a big trend that's really happening. Believe me, like I said, I've been in this industry for years. I see what other agency owners are doing. Like, if you're not going into recurring payments, you're not doing what most people are doing. You're not gonna earn all this money. And it's gonna be very hard because you keep chasing clients, as opposed to, it's much better to have 5 recurring clients than 20 non-recurring one-off clients throughout the year. This video was a good introduction into how drop servicing is changing in this new year. If you're new to my channel, I've actually got almost 100 videos on drop servicing. So go and watch all of the major videos, let's say 10 or 20 of the newest videos and 10 of the most popular videos. You're gonna learn a ton about drop servicing. My channel is one of the biggest channels on drop servicing on YouTube, full stop. A lot of people know me for drop servicing. And guys, those of you who are regular OGs who keep watching my videos throughout the last year and this year as well, this year I kind of want to do something different. So I want to make my videos more authentic for you, brother, okay? So I want to be more raw, more authentic. I'm probably going to do a lot less editing. I just want to give you pure value, okay? I want to have a much deeper relationship with you, brother. So excited, so hyped up for the new year. I hope to make at least 100 videos for you, brother, about drop servicing this year. Final point, as you know, I've got school community, school.com/drop servicing. Join it while it's still free. In the future, guarantee at some point I'm gonna make it paid. I'm gonna have probably some live calls on here. So everybody who's gonna be in this group already is gonna be for free. But you know, at some point I'm gonna put a price tag because it's costing me $1,200 a year to run this group. You know, it's been about a year that I've been paying from my pocket. I'm not really making any money from this group, okay? So I'm just paying for you guys to hang out. As you can see, you know, a lot of you guys really have found a lot of value in there. There's like new posts all the time. But final thing, what I want to talk about in this video, of course, is as usual, guys, most of you know, but I'm going to mention it in case you're new to the channel. I've got a mentorship program, a drop servicing mentorship program where I teach you, brother, one-on-one how to start drop servicing, how to make money with drop servicing, how to start your own drop servicing agency. These are some of the testimonials of people who specifically made money after or during my drop servicing mentorship. Okay, so these are not people who watch my videos and learned themselves and whatever, right? Some of these people have, some of the other people have posted here have gone through the mentorship. But these specific reviews are for the people who actually learn from me in one-on-one private mentorship. Yeah, have a look here. Hey Tom, PayPal is holding my funds because I made more than $500 this month. What should I do? It's a good problem to have. Okay, so this guy mentored with me. He was actually from India, okay, and he made quite a lot of money basically during my mentorship. Have a look at this. Hey Tom, I have closed the deal with the professor guy. He agreed to pay $35 for the first 50 videos and $30 for the rest. So as you can see, this is about pretty much about $2,000 to $3,000 order that he got, okay, during the mentorship with me. Okay, and also, yeah, so I agreed a video for $150. Look at this one. Sure, Tom, finally settled at a price of $160 for the first video. After that, I said I cannot go below $200. Look at this one. Also, this guy agreed to do the whole project for $600. Look at this one. First payment, okay? This was in the United Arab Emirates, one girl that I was mentoring last year. Look at this one. Just got another client. 5 videos, okay? And, you know, he's also going to give a free shout out, okay? That's amazing. He agreed for 5 shorts for $20 each, okay? Got a security deposit. Thanks for everything, Tom. I really like the whole mentorship. Load of value and tips that will definitely help me grow in this business. I'll keep you informed ASAP when I have good updates. This was one of the guys that I mentored from France, okay? Look at this one. We agreed $100 for a 10-minute video, and I found a supplier for $40. And look at this one. If they pay $60 for a thumbnail, what would it be for a short video? In the last year, I mentored a lot of people in drop servicing, okay? People from US, a lot of people from US, different states, New York, California, so many different states, Philadelphia as well. A lot of countries around the world. So in the last few months and the last year, mentored people from US, New Zealand, France, Netherlands, India, Malaysia, Singapore, United Arab Emirates. So if you want to join my mentorship, drop me an email and we can talk about it. Thanks for watching this video. Drop a like, subscribe to my channel, and I'm going to see you in the next video.